There's a lot of aspects of trauma that people don't want to talk about. I decided that I wanted to make a series of videos that discuss things like trauma, mental illness, PTSD, things like that I face on a day-to-day basis. In this video, I'm going to tell you one of my many experiences that I've had that's left me with a lot of self-hatred and guilt, and how I'm learning to cope with it. As some of you may know, when I was a child, I was sexually abused profusely. I was raped by my brother since I was 3 to 10, and I was molested by a neighbor named Ashley, who was a bit older than me. I was coerced into sex and to provide and create child pornography by many people online. The main that comes to mind is someone we'll call A. We'll call him A. He was 27 and I was 12. He coerced me into giving him nude photos and then threatened to give them to my family if I didn't give him more. I called his bluff, and he was lying, but it was really scary. He stalked me for years afterwards, but this isn't really about that. This video is how I got my friend raped. Yes, you heard that right. Now, before you go off getting angry at me, just watch the whole video and hear how it came to be. Honestly, even saying that probably isn't 100% correct, but how I currently feel, it's the most accurate way I can describe it. When I was about 8 years old, I have this friend. Let's call her L. She was my closest friend and lived 3 houses down from me. At this age, my brother was molesting me every day, multiple times a day. This day in particular, I wanted L to come over, but I had this feeling that if I brought her over, she'd be victimized too. But I did it anyways, and she was. He raped both of us when she was over. Now, since then I've dealt with a lot of guilt. I have, and still do, hate myself for what I did. I feel like I shouldn't have brought her over. It always replays in my mind that it's my fault that I fucked her life up and got her raped. Over the years though, I've been trying to accept that it wasn't my fault. I wasn't the one that raped her. I didn't cause him to do it. I was a kid, a young kid at that, who, while I may have known he was going to do it, I had no clue at the time it was even abnormal due to having it happen when I was even younger. I grew up with it. It was the norm. But I have to learn to forgive myself for not knowing. I have to forgive my younger self, and looking back, even if I try to stop him, there's a chance he would have just hurt me anyways. He's 3.5 years older than me, so he was around 11 or 12 at the time when I was 8, so he's more than old enough to overpower me, let alone her, who was 7. I share this story not because I want pity or because I feel the need to show I had a worse life than anyone else, but I want others to understand how this can affect you. The reason I made this video was because I was hit with a wave of self-hatred, and I felt the need to get it out. I don't know how long it'll take till I can convince myself that I'm not a terrible person for what I did in my past, but I hope that maybe sharing my experiences will not only help me, but help others who may have been coerced into hurting people cope with the fact that it's not their fault. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want more, let me know. I have a lot of stories of trauma and mental illness I can share from my perspective. I feel like this is not often talked about enough. So, I hope this wasn't too depressing for my regular content, and thanks for watching.